Hello, mate. I hope things are going well for you. I have not posted in like 4 weeks, and honestly, there's been a lot going on for me lately. First of all, I just ended things with who I thought was my best friend. It is the same person that I talked about in a couple videos, I think. Um, I've only had one second best friend in my lifetime, but no, I could not handle it anymore. I was not receiving a friendship that was like going anywhere for me. This kind of friendship felt like it was one-sided the whole time. Um, we did have that whole year where we didn't talk at all, and that has its own story, but ultimately we had to talk like a couple months ago. We reconnected. I thought we would start the same friendship back up and even progress further and build that friendship into something bigger. But the friendship was not going in any direction. Um, this was really stupid, and I'm not one to be obsessed over someone like how they're acting on social media. But this girl, this is just weird to me. She kept viewing my TikToks and my Snapchat stories, and later she posted a pic of her and her friend hanging out. And I know she may be watching this video, but this really pissed me off. No, she hung out with a friend who I used to be friends with, actually, which I'm not sensitive by that by all means for her to hang out with this girl. But no, she hung out with her, and maybe other people are okay with this, but she never reached out on her own to me to just talk, because friends do that. Friends talk to each other. That's literally what a friendship is. And I've always been the one to reach out to start any kind of conversation. I feel like I've actually always been the one to reach out to hang out in general. And I don't know. I know for a fact that um she told me she would let me know when we would be able to hang out whenever she could in December, and that never happened. Maybe she got busy, that's fine, but I never received any kind of communication of why we couldn't hang out, like what was going on with her. Um yeah, so I thought that whole thing was weird. Um Listen, like, I just don't personally need any kind of people in my life who don't do me for better, because I think anyone that knows me truly knows I'm a depressed person in general. I have my own episodes, and if you get to know me personally, especially if you know me for like even just a year at the least, you know I have my moments. And so if people know that, like, for them to be a friend to me, they should know that they should talk to me. They should know that they should especially talk to me more often if they want to be there for me. And, there's friends and there's best friends. But I don't know, maybe this is just me personally, but I think the kind of people I want to be my friend are the kind of people that will definitely get to me on a deep level and will just talk to me at the least and see how I'm doing, see what I'm up to at the least. Takes the bare minimum out of anyone to reach out and say something. There are those people that I do still have in my life that are friends of actually my brother, that I would consider to be sorry, I had to pause for a second. I consider these people to be my friends too, but it's not like I expect them to like reach out to me as often as they do to my brother, because my brother is the main friend for them. I'm friends with these people because of my brother, but they're not, like my personal friends directly. if that makes sense. Because that's how it is when you get older. Like, you kind of have friends that you met through other people. So I feel like those other people, those other friends' core friend, if that kind of makes sense. But anyways, back to what I was saying. This friendship was not, it was just not working out for me. And no, I didn't give this girl closure, but she just never reached out to me on her own, really. And she was the kind of person to be busy for a while, be busy for a while, be free again, be busy again, be free, and basically go back and forth between not being able to be free to talk to me and actually being free to be there for me and talk, whether it was through texting or hanging out. But as the years have progressed, I've realized, you know, if anyone wants to really, if anyone truly cares about me, and I'm pretty sure I've said this on my channel, if anyone truly cares about me, they will make time for me. End of story. No matter what kind of job you have, no matter what stage you are in life, if you're putting in so many hours of school and work, anyone that truly cares about me will make time for me. If you are choosing to not talk to me for months, maybe it's okay for other people to handle that, but for me, I personally don't believe that works out. I don't think that, first of all, I don't think that that's appropriate. Second of all, for me personally, it just doesn't do me well at all. It just doesn't. I don't know why I didn't like cut her off earlier, but I just can't handle people like that. I really can't. And yes, I know how busy the world is, but it's like, what's the point of having any kind of friends at all if they can't even reach out? Like, literally having friends is a way to have an outlet to, be able to, friends make you smile, they make you laugh, and they just do all of these things, and hopefully they make you feel better at times when you're not working. Like, I do think that friends are an outlet aside from the adult world that we have to deal with every day. We get so caught up in everything, and the few times that we get to hang out with people, like, it's a way for us to express ourselves and be ourselves. And if that friend is never reaching out to you, like, literally, what's the point of having them in your life? And I don't know if she'll ever watch this video. I don't know if she'll ever wonder why I never spoke to her before I just cut things off with her. But if anyone ever just never talks to me on their own, like, I just don't think I don't think that they deserve closure. Wow, that was like 8 minutes, but yeah, that was a big chunk of what I needed to say. Aside from that, I did get a new job. I had a new place. I'm switching gears. I'm not working at this coffee shop I was working at for the past couple years. I'm gonna be working in the healthcare field. Yeah, healthcare field, which will be something very different for me. And I'm so proud of myself because in interviews now, I don't really get so anxious anymore. It's more so I'll have these awkward pauses and I'll have to tell them, that's a great question, but I'll have to get back on that to you later. English. Yeah, you know what I'm saying there. But yeah, I got a new job. Overall, I do have a deep good feeling about this year because all I know is that I want to work harder. I don't know if you guys remember me telling you this, but I'm an artist and I don't have an official website yet. But this year, I literally want to work hard at everything. My new job, because I don't want to lose that. It's gonna pay well. I want to work on my art more. Yeah, art more. I want to produce at least one art piece every 2 months at the least. I want to read more because I've never been one to really read much often throughout my lifetime. I've literally only read the required materials in school, never on my own. And I've known for the longest time that I do need to read because reading in general is just very good for you. Everyone knows that, but it's better said than done. So I've been trying to force myself to read more often so it can become a habit naturally as time goes on. Um, yeah, and I want to keep working out, and even though I'm going through so many roller coasters of emotions like every single day, and it's been like this for some years now, and it's just really weird like getting older because I mean, you guys know I'm a depressed person, and I guess what I'm saying here is that I'm still going through it just in like a really weird way because like I still go through my emotions randomly. It's just like it's so weird how like these feelings I get are unconscious because even today I was just like starting to feel pissed out of nowhere because it was a day where I was feeling pissed of the fact that like personally the coworkers that I have at work, they talk amongst themselves many days, and those days when I'm quiet they don't say shit. And no, in the adult world do you need to befriend every single person in your workspace, but I don't know, maybe it's just me being sensitive and making it out to be something it's not supposed to be. But some days I just feel so disgusted that people will talk in front of me, and I'll obviously be so sad and quiet that they're not gonna be willing to talk to me on their own in general. I know it's stupid, and I know I'm overthinking that and I shouldn't even care about that shit, but I don't know. Overall, I am doing 70% better than how I was last year because I'm overall not really starting to care of what people think. However, even though I'm knowing my worth much more, like I'm always gonna be feeling depressed one way or another every day of my life until I have that kind of friendship that I truly need. The friendship that I don't know, it's complicated, and I'm a complicated person, I'll admit it. But there is a friendship that is missing in my life still that is needed for me to change me for the better. And I know it's kind of dumb to say because I should be able to live my life on my own without needing a friendship. I'm going off topic a little bit because I could talk about this whole other section, but I'm not gonna. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much everything that's been happening to me. Before I leave you guys, I do want to say real quick that it is so funny how these two things happened to me recently. Basically, this girl that I used to be friends with in high school, that I'm actually becoming friends with again right now, she randomly found my TikTok recently. She messaged me on there and we just started talking again like normal. She lives in a different state right now, but she is coming back to Colorado in the spring, I'm pretty sure. Literally 2 days after she messaged me on TikTok, I actually ran into this guy that I used to go to high school with too. It's really funny because this guy mate, he was part of this guy group in high school that used to bully me so much for being gay. Like he teased me left and right with these dudes. And yeah, I just randomly saw him at the gym and I felt really bad actually because I couldn't remember his name. I've always been one to remember faces, but not so much names. I even had a crush on him back then, even though I hated his guts. um, no, but yeah, I saw him at the gym, and it's just interesting because like my brother and I have been going to this specific gym this whole past year, and I have not seen him once. For me, like interacting with these two people 2 days apart, I think is a little like funny. But back to what I was saying, he I couldn't recognize him at first, but he like got so much sexier. And what made it really interesting actually overall was the fact that he was treating me really nicely. He was just asking me how my life is going at the moment, and he complimented me. He said, "You look really good, man." And I gave him a compliment back. He's, well, I don't know if he's straight anymore. but straight anymore. But it was nice to see his face. I do kind of wish that he wanted to hang out. The vibe that I was getting from this guy was, I'm gonna say hi to you. I'm gonna be nice. I'm like gonna ask you how your life's going and give you a compliment, but I'm not gonna reach out to hang out with you because I'm simply not interested. But you know, I could be wrong. I'm honestly hoping to see him again. I would be okay if we hung out and became friends. I would just tuck that crush deep, deep down and just like keep it locked. Because I will say, as I'm getting older, I'm able to just lock my crushes inside and give that up to be friends with someone. Because, like, I think the guys that I'm always interested in, like, even in a friendly way, are attractive in some way to me. And I'm willing to just like lock that crush away forever. If we can be friends at the least, and that's fine. Because I love friendships with guys. I do. But yeah. I know I'm getting a little awkward, but that's me. Don't give a shit of what people think about you, because this life is too short. So yeah. I'll see you next time, and I love you. Bye.